Hello chaps, John Robson here again from John Robson Guitar Tuition. Just a quick little video today to share with you one of my favourite kind of speedy type licks. I promise you that this is nowhere near as difficult as it sounds, and as long as you're reasonably competent with the basic pentatonic kind of shapes that we all rely upon so much, then you shouldn't have any problem getting to grips with this lick. Might take you a little bit of time to get it fluent, but you know, if it's worth doing, it's worth practicing, I always say. And well, here we go. Let's have a look at what this lick entails. Right then, so the basis of this lick is that it's using the A minor pentatonic scale, and it's in two parts, first part and second part. Starts off with the descending part of the lick, which we're going to call part 1, and part 2 is the ascending part, which we're going to call part 2. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on in part 1 then. As I said, A minor pentatonic, so we're basically going to be using, hopefully, we just move over a little bit, this rather familiar A minor pattern at the 5th fret. And what you can do with the A minor pentatonic scale, or any scale for that matter, is extend the scale up to the next note on each string. And we're going to do that with the right hand, using a finger tap. So the notes in an A minor pentatonic scale are A, C, D, E and G. Easy to remember because all you got to do is remember the word caged. C, A, G, E, D. Those are the notes of the A minor pentatonic scale. Obviously not in the correct order for the scale, but it's easy to remember the word caged. So we've got an A note and a C note here, and what I'm going to do is find the D note, which is here, 2 frets above the C note. And then on the next string, the basic pattern is going to be the E note and the G note with the A note tapped here. Then on the third string, it's going to be the C note and the D note with the E note tapped here at the 9th fret. Then on the 4th string, we're going to be using the G note and the A note with the C note tapped at the 10th fret. And then, apart from one little kind of hammer on onto the 5th string, E note at the 7th fret, that's pretty much the whole of the descending part of the lick. And basically the two kind of patterns that are used in this, if you like, are I'm going to tap the D note, or the top note, on the top E string, and then pull off to the A note at the 5th fret. So it's basically going, if we think there's basically 3 notes on each string, a bottom note, a middle note and a top note, it's basically going to be top note using the tap, pull off to the bottom note, and then hammer onto the middle note like that. Okay, or sometimes I'll use that finger if I'm being lazy. Depends. So we get this kind of approach. And what you need to do is work that up so that it's nice and fluent. Don't concentrate on speed. If you go hell-bent for speed, then all you're going to do is end up playing faster than your fingers want to go, and you'll make a mess of it. Aim for fluency and the speed will take care of itself, I promise you. So we get this kind of thing going on. And with a little bit of practice you can soon get that up to something like this. Like that, hopefully. Now that's the first pattern that we're going to be using. The second pattern is basically the same, but instead of hammering on to this note here with this finger, or this finger, depends whichever you fancy, we're going to be basically hammering onto the equivalent note on the string below it. So in this case that's going to be hammering onto the B string, so that's going to go like that. And then you alternate those two approaches, so you get that. And you can make like quite a nice little repetitive lick just by sitting on that kind of repetitive pattern like this. finish it off with a bend or something like that. You've got a cool little lick. What we're going to do here though is move it down to the next string using exactly the same principle. So basically, once I've gone like that, I then start again on this string and move on to the next string using the notes of the A minor pentatonic pattern, of course. And then once I'm there, move it on to do exactly the same thing again, moving it onto the next string, and then finally move it onto the A string. So you string all that together and you get that kind of thing. And with a little bit of speed behind it, obviously after a lot of practice, you get something like this. And as I said, that in itself is quite a nice little lick. What you can then do is look at part 2 of the phrase. Now this is slightly different. What I'm going to be doing here is using my tapping finger to trace out an A minor arpeggio. Okay, that's an A note, a C note and an E note, and then another A note, then another C note. So that's basically going to be going, and then back down a couple of steps to there, like that. And in between all of those notes, all I'm doing is a simple hammer on using the A minor pentatonic. So the second half of the lick is essentially this. And then escape from that tap with a bend like that. I always find it's handy to finish these kind of licks on a bend, because that gives you just the opportunity to grab hold of your pick again, and then you're back into your regular non-tapping kind of playing. So the whole lick then, nice and slow. And then not so slow. So there you have it. Hope you'll agree that that wasn't too scary in terms of putting it together, and if you did have any problems, practice it slowly. Do not try going hell-bent for speed right from the word go, because you will just get very good at playing it badly. Work on the fluency and the speed will take care of itself. Now then, coming up shortly is the tab for that lick, just in case you need any sort of reinforcement of that, and there's also in the description below this video a PDF of the tab as well. And if you live on Teesside and you would like some tailored one-to-one tuition, whether you're a beginner, intermediate or advanced player, whatever style, then just give me a shout. I'm called John Robson and my phone number is 07949 701 218. That's also in the description below, as is the link to my website jrguitar.co.uk, and your first lesson is free, so what have you got to lose? Right, thanks for watching and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.